Hey guys, here's some figure therapy again. Today we'll be talking about the 1/8 scale Aniplex Oshino Shinobu from NiseMonogatari. This is a relatively newer figure. I want to say released in I don't think it says on here. But yeah, this is from Aniplex. It's actually distributed in Santa Monica, California, but it is made in China. Aniplex itself is of somewhat questionable quality. However, most of their IPs are very popular, such as like Fate and Madoka and Monogatari. This is one of the few Aniplex Monogatari statues that I know of. And yeah, it's just a really interesting box. It's funny because how you would kind of put it upside would be like this, because of, here, let me tilt it up a little bit, because of how the text is arranged. But yeah, so kind of just going into this really quick. I already kind of pre-opened it. Why? Because I was actually shooting this earlier and then I ran out of memory, so I had to reshoot it. But so this is a reshoot, so let's just go through this kind of quickly. Basically, here's the box, just a nice little clamshell. One thing that I was talking about before is that how you know if a figure is fake or real is by the protective kind of wrapping that's around it. Most of the time, KO figures will not have protective wrapping just because they're kind of lazy about it, or it'll have very minimal, whereas this one just has like a shit ton, which is like everywhere. It also came with these little ducks and a hat. It comes with 4 ducks, a hat, this little palm tree, the figure itself in a bathtub. The figure is somewhat removable. Let's give it a go. I'm not feeling it, but it feels like it can budge, but not like is made to come out, I guess. But we'll see in a second. So basically there's that, and then we'll run over here to this, which is the lower section, and pop that open. This is the kind of thing that goes on top of the figure. Not too sure how to describe it, because even in the anime it just kind of shows up out of nowhere. And there are some other things like this little donuts menu, so taking that to the side. And then this little thing, which I can only assume is a stand adapter for whatever reason. But yeah, so that's that. So now it's a little messy here. We're going to go ahead and take some of this off. Oh no, I dropped it. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, well, I dropped that, but luckily this is all a nice solid piece of plastic, so it doesn't really get dinged up that easily. So, there's your daily shock. So in terms of putting this thing together, I guess I'll just ad-lib it this time and we'll see how it goes. But basically, you would just put that in there, and she's kind of floating there. Then you would take the palm tree, and there are 2 little pegs right there that will go into these holes up here. And I assume it's in this configuration. I actually don't even know, because just by basis of common sense that this is a palm tree. And so there are pegs in right there, and then I assume it goes over. Shoot, yeah, this is not very well made. Yeah, so there's also this little foot right here, which I don't really know where it goes, or it doesn't really peg it anywhere. It just kind of sits there just to provide additional stability. And then you would take the ducks and just kind of mess around with them. I think one of them is supposed to be upside down. But yeah, so you kind of get the point there. But there is the figure. The weird part is this little tree situation. It's kind of, I'm using the box as a reference, and what's weird is this doesn't really peg in without colliding with the hair, so that is a little wonky. I'm trying to see if there's like a problem with it or something, but basically in theory you would just put this here and that would be there. However, due to the, I think I know the reason why. It's because I have it upside down. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's better. So now that I have it in the right configuration, this can just go here. Perfect. This is an extra leg, which gives you additional support right there. This is a menu for the donuts, which you would basically just put anywhere, or I guess we'll throw it right here. And then these ducks kind of just go in different places. So according to the box, one of them has to be upside down, like that. and then one of them over here, and then we can go ahead and throw on Shinobu's hat for added fun. Part of the little thing is supposed to drape over her shoulder, and we'll take out the clear stand just for a second, just so I can turn her around. But it looks pretty nice. Not gonna lie, it looks like a fun figure. Now, like I said, Aniplex does have kind of questionable quality sometimes. However, I do think this statue is actually pretty darn nice. You know, a lot of the details are there. I'm trying to get my camera to focus, but it's auto-focusing on a lot of things because she has a lot going on. Let's see if we can stop the epilepsy right here. Okay. Maybe not. So, while it just takes a while to keep focusing on nothing, the ducks are all really cool. One thing I kind of wished was that the ducks had the ahoge, which is kind of in the anime they show different ducks, which is the Araragi family, so Koyomi and then Keren and Tsukihi, so kind of like, you know, the background right there. But basically that would have been a fun little detail, just clever wise. You can display this without this little pink C partition, or by the bathtub itself. So right there, you can kind of see also there's some cool details like this little exit sign, which is pretty neat. I don't know why it fails to keep focusing. But yeah, the ducks kind of stay in place on their own. They're nice and pretty subtle. You can just kind of float them wherever you want. In essence, you'll kind of want to find the spots that are... Sorry, I don't know why it just has a problem with focusing on things right now. But there's like certain spots that the ducks will kind of settle on. So that's kind of like where you want to put the ducks. So that's definitely kind of fun. And yeah, so overall this is kind of a fun figure. I definitely recommend picking one up if you do like Shinobu and you do want just various versions of Shinobu. Now granted, I wouldn't really pay over, let's just say like 130 for the figure. I think 120 is a very solid price, and I think around 110 would be really well done. But yeah, overall that's pretty much it. Now if it could focus for a second, let's just try focusing on the box. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty much it for this little figure therapy talk. I guess that's what I'll call this new series of stuff, just because it's fun to talk about figures. Granted, I have no idea what's going on right now. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, so granted, the technological problems yielded some discrepancies, and hopefully that, you know, you guys can still see the figure and the box. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.